Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Linthios here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, which is, well, two things, as you can see. First of all, we're playing Minecraft, because there's a creeper over there. But, not only that, we're also playing Minecraft with a mod installed, maybe, it's a new Netflix show that's came out recently, and it's done really good, and I've really enjoyed it, so, yeah, we have these things. These are ostriches, whatnot. But anyway, that's not the point. So the point is that the mod, well, the name of the mod is the Avatar mod, and it basically gives you all bending abilities. It adds water skins for waterbenders to carry. That way they can, well, bend water. And you also can call a bison with a bison whistle. You can give armor to flying bisons. You can have saddles on flying bisons. And there's also armor for the ostriches that I was just riding, and you have an airbending staff. An airbending staff will allow you to airbend anything. It doesn't do damage, but it just pushes things away, as shown. Not only that, it makes you jump a little bit higher. So if I were to get, say, one block and then a stair, I could quite easily jump over it with this attached. So, when I don't have it, I can't jump over this. But when I do have it, I can jump over it easy. So, it doesn't go over 2 blocks, but it does go over 1.5, which is, better than normal. And it pushes things away. So, just send that into the water, yeah. That is the only, added weapon to the game. But as for bending, you're gonna need 3 scrolls, and then you have this screen. It says unlock bending. You have to insert 3 of the same scrolls or any universal scroll to unlock bending. So, the only 4 elements you get from here are earth, fire, water, and air. We're gonna go with fire because, it's just what I want. So, in creative mode, if you press Alt, you can use any ability without ever having to unlock it. Now, of course, all these abilities are only at level 1 right now. Yeah. I'll get in more in depth about the abilities later. But for right now, I'm going to add every ability, which all you have to do for that is type /avatar bending add, and then your name, or your username, and then whatever bending you want. So I'll do airbending, and now I have airbending abilities. So I'll be back when I add every one of my abilities, and then I'll show them off. Okay, now that we're back after I've added every element, if you press Z or V, when you press Z you go to the left of the wheel in the bottom right, and yeah, and if you press V you go to the right of the wheel. So that's pretty cool. Not only that, but that little number bar at the bottom that says 70 out of 70, that is your chi. So when you're in survival mode, this chi will be used up. Now I don't have any abilities unlocked, so I can't show that off because I'm in survival mode, but that is how that works. But since I'm not in survival mode now, I can use any ability, and here are a few of them. I can light fire anywhere I look, getting upgraded, it does better stuff. Fire arc, I create fire wherever, but I can't do any of this inside of water. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You have flamethrower, so you can shoot a bunch of fireballs which do damage, just not that much, especially at level 1, what I'm at now, and they're not very accurate. But you can make a fireball as well, which once you left click, it will throw it, and it does that, pretty much. You have fire jump, so you can jump farther, but also, not only that, whenever you're next to something and then you do a fire jump, it will light them on fire. You have immolate, or whatever this is called. It gives you strength for about a few seconds, and it's supposed to restore your chi down here. And you also have an inferno punch, which when you punch something with your bare hands, it doesn't work if you have something in your hand. It will send them flying and on fire. And I'm surprised that thing is not dead. Timing, eh? So something else cool about firebending before we move on is that if it's raining, we can't actually... Hold on, I gotta wait for the rain to show up. So, I don't know why that's glitched, but anyway, right here, we can't light fire, and we can't to create anything. We can do flamethrower. It doesn't go anywhere though. Fireball works. It just makes a lot of noise and it's very annoying. But it works. Fire jump will work. It won't light anything on fire. Immolate will work, and Inferno punch will work. But that is all for fire bending. And on to the next bending ability, we have Earth. So with Earth, you can pick up blocks, and if you left click, you can throw them, and they'll break. You can upgrade that so they'll stay. And if you pick up a block and then you right click, it will just go down to whatever you're looking at. So if I wanted to put it back where it was, I'll just look at that block and put it there. We have Ravine, which will do damage. Leveling up will probably make it easier to see it, and it makes it stronger, but with Ravine, it does damage like that. We can also create a wall, which can, you know, provide cover and whatnot. And we could keep the wall up for however long we want, probably, but if you press your middle mouse button, it will fall down, which is pretty cool. We also have mine blocks, which is kind of, you know, self-explanatory. It mines blocks. So this is only the level 1 version, which isn't exactly the best one you can get, but it you know, the upgraded version does better, and you can't mine obsidian or bedrock with this ever, even at the highest level. So here we have Earth Spike, which will create whatever earth you want, like sand or dirt, and it will create spikes. This will send enemies flying, and does a lot of damage if leveled up. So the further away, the bigger the spike gets, and the more that will usually fly, usually. As for restore, that will just restore your chi and gives you resistance and slowness. On to the next bending ability. Hold on, let me change the time. And as for the next bending ability, we have air. So the only 2 bending abilities that aren't restricted are air and fire. Fire can't work during the rain, but it works anywhere. And if you see at night, on the top right, it says power rating. Now, my power rating is how strong the bending ability is. At night, fire bending is weaker, and water bending is stronger. But at day, fire bending is... How did that happen? That's how. But at day, fire bending is stronger. Anyway, fire bending and air bending are the only things that aren't restricted. Earth bending can be restricted, but it's really rare within Minecraft. But anyway. Next thing is air. So we have the first ability, which is Air Ghost. It will send your opponent flying. However, it doesn't do any damage. You have Air Jump, which will send you flying most of the time. Alright, well that is what it is. You have Air Blade, which will actually do damage and send your opponents a little bit further. You have Air Bubble, which as you can see down there in this, where your health bar should be, will take damage for you, and you can't get hit while it's on. With Cloudburst, this does damage. It's just like a ball of air. It is what it is. Slipstream will give you swiftness and make you run faster. It stays like this for a period of time. When you level up, obviously it gets better. And for Air Burst, it doesn't really do much. Just a burst of air, honestly. That's about it. Even if I'm up right next to this thing, that's what it is. Okay, so it will push things away that are close to you, I assume. Another cool thing about airbending is if you've learned it, you don't need to have it selected. But if I go into survival mode right now, then I won't die. Airbending completely saves me. It does. You can't take fall damage if you're an airbender, so that's cool. And as for waterbending, this is the most restricted element out of them all. You can literally have to carry water skins around to like bend where there's no water, so that's kind of not cool for a waterbender. But in creative, you can do it anywhere, so I don't really need to care. And here we have water arc, which coming out of the water looks pretty cool. It's just like fire arc, except you know water. And say I was to light fire. Say I was to light fire right here, and then I go back to water. I can do a water arc, and it will put out the fire. So that's pretty cool. Not only that, I can cause a wave, which is... Oh, and when you're underwater as a waterbender, you will get water breathing and haste too. So if I go into survival, can live underwater for as long as I want, and mining seems pretty normal. That is the perks of that. Firebending during the day will give you regeneration, by the way. Forgot to mention that. So that is that. And some other waterbending abilities are like wave, but wave kind of not too good. You have to be like right on the water, crouching on a block, and then... Jeez, it's kind of hard, huh? So, yeah. I don't think wave's gonna... Yeah, okay. Wave would usually create a wave and say I wanted to hit that squid from here. I easily could. I don't know why it's not working now, but... Huh. Anyway, it creates a wave. It's really cool when it works, but it's like the hardest move to actually do consistently. Here we have water bubble, which allows you to take water out of any water source. It could be, you know, just this water source right there. At level 1, the water will disappear, but if you level up, it will stay there permanently. As you could probably guess, this puts out fire as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And as for water skate, this is a really cool one. If I go in the water, then I could just, you know, go anywhere. And yes, I'm a Steve. I don't play this game that much. Like I said, doing something a little bit different. But yeah, that is another pretty cool thing. Survival, it's extremely cool. And when you level it up, you can actually use any building ability while doing it. But I'm not gonna level it up, so can't do that. And with water cannon, well, it's a water cannon. It does a lot of damage, it should anyway, when it's leveled up. And with cleanse, it will just restore your chi, and you get regeneration. I think the coolest thing about this mod, though, is that you can have multiple abilities that aren't the natural ones. So, say I want to do sand bending because I'm in a desert right now. Hold on. Say I want to do sand bending because I'm in a desert right now, yeah? Then I can do that. So what sand bending does is you'll have two abilities, and these two abilities are sand prison, which I can lock something in a prison. It will disappear after time. Leveling it up will make it better, obviously. And you can also create a tornado or a sandstorm, and it will launch your enemies in the air, but it doesn't really do any damage. Another one of the cool abilities is combustion bending. So what combustion bending does is I will show you after I add it, because I can't spell and I don't know if this is right, and I can spell, so that's cool. Combustion bending will create an explosion pretty much where you look. That's pretty cool. Or it will create multiple explosions into a path of where you're looking until it hits a target. So that's decently cool. That cactus just grew in front of me. Okay, cool. Oh. Oh, okay. There's obviously a cave underneath me here. Oh, that's... Let's see if we can kill something here. You know what? Forget that. Another thing you can do is lightning bending. Oh. Okay, messed that up. So another thing you can do is obviously lightning bending. Like I said, each thing in the bottom right has their own icon, which is pretty cool. There's no power rating for the extra moves, but with this you can have lightning. I did not read that. You can have lightning arc, which yeah, as you saw, it has the power up, it charges, and then after that it will create lightning and it will follow your opponent no matter how far you move, and will set them on fire. As for lightning spear, it will create a bolt of lightning. If you shoot it somewhere, it won't cause fire, but it will do that. If you should add something, it'll make it flying and shoot lightning at it. I need a mob real quick for this one. So lightning rays will create lightning down from the sky, set your opponent on fire, and create a path of fire from other places. So that's pretty cool. Okay, weird. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen bats out in the open. Alright. And for the last bending ability, before we get into the animals thing is added, is ice bending. So avatar bending add Lintheos ice bending. Now I don't have any ice around me, so I'm not sure how I'm going to show this off exactly. But ice burst will put you in a bubble. It's like the air bubble, and you can move around in it, but it makes you really slow. If you left click, it will break apart, just like the air bubble. So that's pretty cool. As for ice prison, same as sand prison. They'll get trapped in the ice, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Except this is very limited, just like all the others. And this model is of course a work in progress, as you can see all the coming soon things on top of all the avatar wheels, I guess, whatever they're called. But yeah, there's a lot of coming soon items. And Firebending and Airbending are the very most done. However, I don't know when the update's going to come out, if it does anytime soon. But that's not the problem. The problem is we got to find out how to spawn in some things. Oh wait, I know how. Okay, so if I type summon and then I just go tab, I can summon an airbender. So if I can get this stuff off my screen, I'll have to wait for that. So this is a level 3 airbender, probably the strongest level we have so far, but when you right click them, it says you'll need a diamond, gold, emerald, dragon's breath, totem of undying, or an electra to get a scroll, and that costs like way too much. So something else you could easily do is just simply kill them, and if you kill them, then hold on, let me just kill this guy real quick. So if you kill them, usually, yeah, no, they will always drop scrolls. I guess airbenders will drop these staffs sometimes, and they'll also usually drop an airbending scroll or whatever scroll their people are from. And not only that, they'll likely drop a universal scroll as if they were a firebender. Not only that, but if you press K, you can go into the wheels and see all the abilities. You can go into the abilities, you know, unlock the abilities, and then level them up. All you need is a scroll to unlock the ability, and then you can level them up. Pretty cool abilities you can level up and stuff. Not only that, but if I set the time today and then I do /summon avatar mod, you know, semicolon, because why not, and then do a firebender, I can summon a firebender. So that's pretty cool. And when they die, obviously they will drop a scroll, a universal scroll, and a firebending scroll. But if you right click them first, you need a diamond, gold ingot, emerald, magma cream, or blaze rod to get a scroll. They're way easier than the airbenders, but still not easy. So all I have to do is just kill the firebender however I please. I'll get a firebending scroll. A lot of the time they have a chance to drop a universal scroll. Hold on. Okay. And not only that, but I think there are waterbenders and earthbenders. I'm not sure, but you cannot summon them in. So that kind of sucks. However, if I go to summon in, say, an air bison, I don't know if this is what they're spelled in the thing. No, they're not. So if I go to summon in, let's say, I gotta find it first. I'll come back to when I find it. Okay, I didn't find the air bison yet. I'm still gonna work on that, but we have two of the animals here. One is a penguin, which if you right click, you can kind of just ride the penguin around, which is pretty cool, I suppose. And not only that, but you can do the exact same thing with these ostriches like I've already showed. His ostriches build up speed over time, but they're really fast. And not only that, but if I go to the avatar items, I can get a, let's see, woven ostrich armor. I can get some ostrich armor. So, now our ostrich is looking pretty decked out here. We got gold plating on it, and we got a saddle for it. I don't know if this changes its speed or hit points or whatever. Let me check. So if I go into survival, we can see its hit points at the right side, but it's not showing armor, so I'm assuming it's okay. I don't know. As for the ping one, you just ride it. That's it. Nothing different there. Now let me see if I can find the bison. Okay, so here we have the sky bison. It's kind of small, I guess. This might be a small one. Usually to tame it, you have to give it like a ton of food, but since I'm in creative mode, I don't know if it's going to let me just easily tame it or not. I will have to find out, I suppose. So I can put a saddle on it. I might have to tame it. I'm not sure. Nobody has really good. I don't know if I can tame this yet. Let me find some food for it. Yeah, as you can see, it's growing now, so maybe I can ride it now, and it's flying away. Okay. I put a saddle on this thing for a reason, you know. Okay, it's really flying pretty far. Well, I may not know how to tame it, and I just hit it, so that's not gonna help. But anyway, so the point of these things is you have to tame it after giving it like a ton of food, and then after you do that, you can ride them, and you can fly around wherever, really. I'm not gonna learn how to tame it just yet because I don't really have a reason to. I guess it'd be really helpful for the mod showcase and whatnot, but they exist, and his head's glitching out. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. What happens if you kill them? Well, as you can see, bisons have a lot of health. Once you kill them, they'll drop, I mean, they won't drop anything. They'll drop whatever you put on them. So, not very useful to kill them in the wild normally at all. So, I kind of feel bad now. Not really, though. If you kill a ping one, they have a chance to drop a waterbending scroll. And I think they might be able to drop a universal scroll, but I don't know if that's true or not. So they can drop waterbending scrolls, which is one way to do it. And these things I don't think drop anything at all. They give you XP. So to get an earthbending scroll, I don't really know how you're supposed to get an earthbending scroll. Anyway, that is that. One other thing I would like to find before I leave is a village, because in villages, airbenders and firebenders can spawn in villages naturally instead of having to spawn them in. So let me see if I can find a village. Okay, hey guys, I haven't found a village yet, but I think I found something even rarer. I'm not sure if it is or not, but I yeah, I think you know what's wrong with this, and if not, well, this is what's wrong with this. Yeah. Okay, that happened. Back to finding a village. Okay, hello guys. So I've also found something else. 2 dying bison down there. That's not the point. So I found that usually around mountains, pretty high up, these flying bison will spawn. and they'll just fly around everywhere, and this is how you find them naturally, and it's usually where you have to tame them at. This is where they spawn naturally, so instead of sending them in, you have to go to like some type of mountain to find them, and they're actually pretty rare, and this village is even rarer that I'm still trying to find, so I'll be back again. I'll keep going this way, I guess. Finally, a village. I saw it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, boys. And whatever else. Oh, no, 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 no. Set time day. Oh, no, no, wait. It's time set day. I hear someone dying in there, so how about we do difficulty, like, peaceful, because these things will still spawn. I hope that villager didn't die. That villager died for sure. So, that happened. Anyway, as you can see over there, well, we have normal villagers here and whatnot. This is a 1.12.2, by the way. It's the latest version of the mod you can install, so some things might not be familiar. Like, no villagers here have jobs, no village and pillage update has happened yet. So that's the thing. But as you can see through the walls, there's an airbender there, a firebender there, and that's an airbender, not a firebender. But anyway, we all have airbenders everywhere here, which is kind of weird that there's no firebenders here, but I suppose it makes sense. They all have the same trade. Every airbender in the game will have the same trade. So, yeah, that's about it. Every firebender in the game also has the same trade, no matter their level, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but we done level 3 earlier, and we just did level 1s, and they all have the same trade. So, nothing really unique about them. Something I actually find really cool, before we end it, is this guy that's over here. Let's say if I go into survival mode, right? Both firebenders and also airbenders will attack you if you attack them, and they will use their abilities. So, like, if you could use your ability, Matt. This is awkward. Hold on. You, Steve, brother, kill me. You guys gotta get out of your houses first. Can they not get out of the door? Okay, I'm just summoning a firebender. Firebenders are way more useful at attacking people, you know, just like the series. Kinda makes sense. Summon avatar mod. Firebender. If I attack the firebender, he will shoot fire at me. They don't fight each other, which is, yeah. Oh, he hit me and sent me flying. Well, he finally did something after I threatened to kill him. This guy, he will keep attacking me. Yeah, I'm on peaceful mode, so this isn't doing a lot of damage, but if I were to set this to easy, I'd probably be dead by now. So let me just finish the job. Now that he's dead, jump to universal scroll and a firebending scroll, and I can just level up anything. In fact, actually, let's do that right now. Let me level up something just to show how it works. Why not? So this is already unlocked because for some reason. Let's do something noticeable, like we only have a firebending scroll, so let's get the arc over here. So we can unlock the arc, and then we can keep using it, whatever. You see all the upgrades, moves faster, tons more damage, and you can redirect fire arcs that look at you look at in a 3-block radius. Can make even more fire upon landing, or comes back upon a successful hit. So a lot of abilities have stuff like this where you can, you know, just make them stronger. But as you see, now that I'm not in game mode, it has a certain ability. These abilities are locked, and it says that I need to unlock them. I also have Fire Arc, which is just level 1 because I've unlocked it. So it's pretty normal how that works. Oh, and here's a normal firebender that I completely missed. Hey, what's up? Let me go into difficulty easy, and see if I can beat him with like nothing but level 1 fire arc. As you see, it is using my chi, but because it's daytime and I'm Firebender, I'm gaining my chi back really fast, and not only that, but I'm stronger during the day, so that made it really easy. He'll drop scrolls, obviously, like I've already showed, and yeah, other than that, that is me going into game mode real quick, so I can burn these scrolls to have a good outro. Yeah, thanks. Okay, maybe not. Do firebending scrolls not burn? Oh, well that's cool. Okay, so firebending scrolls don't burn, so you can light them on fire, and that just looks really cool. I did not know that until now. That's actually really cool. So anyway, that is the avatar mod, and that is the first Minecraft video I've done in a while that I actually kind of enjoyed. So yeah, if you want to see more of this, just leave it down in the comments below that you do, or maybe you don't. I don't really care however you think about it. I mean, I do, but I'm fine with doing anything. I like doing this as well. I don't have any ideas for the future, but I just really wanted to show this off because it added, well, the avatar, which is something I've liked recently, and it's also added minecraft, which is a fan favorite, obviously. So that is it, and I think I'm just gonna end it here. I don't have an outro, so bye.